Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are doing a single episode, one last test of the code. What we're doing today is we are in Minecraft 1.8.3. Last time I said 1.8.4. I don't know what I was thinking, but whatever. The latest version. Now the code is designed for 1.64, recommended to do 1.64. So I just wanted to do an experiment here and see what we can get working and if anything is going to be broken. I have copied a new version of the files. So we're starting right here at the beginning, we're falling, and it should be catching us, and it caught us. The code whispers to you, "Welcome, mighty human. Can you solve the code?" Press E for inventory. So I'm seeing I'm already having a little bit of a trouble here because I'm inside a hopper. So let's see. Can I TP myself to one higher? I don't have permission to do that. So, to begin with, you get stuck immediately in this hopper. Bit of a problem. So, open up to LAN, allow cheats, game mode, creative, or spectator? No, let's just do creative. So, in 1.84 we have spectator mode, not even an option in the game, but let's see. We'll just set it to creative. So now, same command. That fixes that. So we've got 3 things of paper here. Odd. See if that another one spawns. Fine. So the first thing we want to do is change it to 1, 2, 3, 4 and see if the very first tutorial here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, enchantment cost is only 1. Doesn't matter how many you have or not, it only costs 1 level. So that is a upgrade. Code checking. There is some significant so that got me a 1 page. I don't think I'm in. Did it work? It's still checking? Really? Let's go ahead and ask for a hint. Are you sure that wants a kit? Code not recognized, I'll give it back to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the hint it's gonna give us? Come on. It's not giving me a hint. Is the hint that just says the code exactly? So what's the problem? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the code. So already we have a problem. We picked up this thing. So 1.83 circuitry doesn't work. Why is that? It's time to go into creative mode. Let's see, game mode, creative. Already we are, let's destroy one of these and walk over to the spawner, and So the way it works, his spawners work, is a trick that worked in 1.64 and stopped working because they gave you other ways to do it. He would summon falling sand enemies and entities, not enemies, and thus they would be the item. So as you can see, that's not working. This is again why you cannot use spawners for any of this. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have paper that says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we come back in the room and we give the exact paper one of those. Opening room 1. So the question is, what's the difference? What's the difference here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I put a space in it? No. This makes no sense. I don't see any codes. I don't see anything that makes any difference. And yet this does not stack with this. There's something unique about in 1.83. Something just unique about it. Anyways, let's move on to the first puzzle. I don't see any reason why this puzzle wouldn't work. That works just fine. Instead of putting in the codes, we're just gonna punch the doors. So we do this. So that still kind of works. That's the code for that. Let's see, amount. So this is actually summoning duplicates on top of each other. So the detection's not correct. And on top of that, I've got way too much. 64 cyan dye, 64 red. That's out of it. That's not gonna work. Let's see. 8, 4, 9, 7, 3, 8. So it does kind of still work, but so you could do this trick, but I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't really recommend it because me just standing around and waiting for it to spawn caused enough that there became this overload of it. Let's see. Take this and we will test this. This will be an interesting test to see if you can skip codes. Yeah, opening room 4, 3, and 5. Alright, that's fine. So you can see the secret little symbol here still works. And that trick still works. Of course, there's no reason to use that trick. massive amounts of this spawning. And so it knocked it down. The despawn on this seems a little longer in 1.84 because we didn't see this when we last time. But that may have been my fault. I may have broken up, well, I certainly broke up the episodes. So I sat there for a while and let it despawn, didn't I? In 1.8.3, they now bundle things so they don't despawn. That is part of the problem of why there's just so many of these. So if it spawns the same thing, they will just regroup and the 5-minute or whatever amount will once again be reset. No reason why this wouldn't work. Like the trick of spawning, using spawners to put rocks on pressure plates still kind of works, but definitely wouldn't be my preference. 7 disappear. The answer is there where you want it. Not working at all. Totally not working. Maybe it's because I'm in creative. Man, if I could spell, I'm gonna blame my new keyboard on that one. Why does the music turn off? Nope. On creative. Maybe that's because I need to activate this one. Let's go. Let's go activate it. Go back to creative mode. Let's see. Let's find the ones that have been activated. And start activating them. Let's see. Opening room 6. Opening room 7. So it skipped a few of those. And opening room 8. That should be enough. Seven was the one. Nope, still not working. I don't think I broke any circuitry in this. I just don't think that the way it's designed will work. So room 8 is jump. That one kinda is activated, worked. So the question is, why did this one kinda work? I'm like hearing it's just not. We're not getting the jump boost. we're not getting the response here. This one is supposed to retract when I'm on it. It's not. And thus, this one's not getting extended. The extra steps here aren't getting extended. Thus, this here is supposed to retract so that I can see the number, and it's not happening. Will this gone not teleporting me? That makes sense at the moment. That will teleport me. The next one is 9. Let's go ahead and activate 9, 10, 11, and 12. Just manually activating them. Click on the hopper behind. I can just drop one right there. That's 9. Actually, what? That's 10. That's 11. And that's 12. So back in the room we go. So 9 is changed. Push that. I put that. Ride this. I think you get new railroad sounds in 1.83. Well, at some upgrade point. This isn't very fast. I think they slowed down the concept of having just all powered rails. That's not the fastest way to go, at least. The ratio is something closer to what is it? Like 1 every 7 or 1 every 15, depending on whether or not you want a human riding in it or a minecart by itself. And right in there. So not very fast. Also, when you go over here to the sounds, let's see, music. We'll turn the music down. Weather, hostile creatures, players, ambient environment, blocks. I don't know which one the railroad would be under. I bet it would be under blocks. Of course, this should have no trouble shooting us back up. In fact, teleporting us back up would be really smooth and a lot smoother because they definitely fixed that. Summoning another minecart, not a problem. Sound. Let's see. It sounds pretty smooth there. This is a little broken. So it's on dirt. That seems a little bit smoother, but we're getting a little bit extra. A little bit of extra books there. So it seems like nothing's wrong with sound. 12. Let's see. 12, it was supposed to have a sign here that says gone, and the sign is missing. So, that's a little bit of another bug. So we go up here. Now we have green particles for our jump boost, which let's just go back down, show it. Come on, where's the jump boost? Here it is. Jump boost for 0 seconds. Green particles instead of the purple particles that were before. Gone is still here. So it doesn't look like the teleporting is gonna work very well. So statement 5 plus this seems to still work. No teleporting. Well, we'll just jump back in through the window. So gone doesn't work. Infinite, let's see if the teleporting works on this. Watch our height level. See if it jumps up or jumps down. 160, 161, 164, 165, 166, 167, 168, 169, 170. I already know this isn't working. All the way to the top. So infinite is totally broken. We can work our way back down, and one of these would be pulled back if it was sensing us at all. But it isn't. So his entire player detection schemes aren't working. I can just walk right in here and see this fake facade version of it. So much for infinite. It was pretty finite this time. And this is definitely why he never recommended anybody use it in any of the others. So let's see. 14 is statement, which obviously isn't gonna activate anything different. It's just gonna change. We'll go ahead. We'll unlock 14, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, not 19. We'll go up to 18. On unlocking the next few doors. Still remember that we are forced to do this because that is really strange that the matching is not working. Like 11, 5, 8, 3. Let's just go try it again. We'll give it another chance. Take this paper. Eleven, 5, 8, 3. Where is it? Here we go. Checking. Code not recognized. I shall give it back to you. Doesn't make any sense. What is the deal? Is it just... do these things just not pull? We'll try that. Maybe the hoppers have changed their mechanics somewhat. I don't recall the hoppers changing their mechanics. But let's try this. Opening row 14. So, nothing there. I'll tell you what, I'll go as far back as we can go. Let's see. Here's the start of it, right here. Checking. Goes down here. Opening room 16. Something is very strange going on about that. That is very, very strange. He must have done something to this paper in the ID, in the MC editing of it or something. Because the regular paper, the paper he is spawning, is not being able to be changed to what it should be. Alright, so next one we're testing is YouTube. Click that off. Well, this is definitely lagging my system. It should be. But he is spawning these things. Let's see. Time to watch some TV. Epic. Hunger. Alright, so all that YouTube works for as dumb of a thing as it was. Did death clear your inventory when you get near it? Nope. It doesn't. Does this one clear your inventory when you click it? Yep, that one still works. 5263. That amount one would just never work. Now, let's see. So that's YouTube. Next one's experience. I think I need to be in game mode. Different game mode. Obviously this doesn't work because the player detection is still... The player detection arguably the most important part of this whole puzzle map, and with it not working, it's really not working. I'm not going to flick all of these, but I'll flick an amount of them. There should be no reason why this wouldn't work. Yeah, I'm not seeing any reason why that wouldn't work. But what we should, let's go ahead and change our video settings to smooth lighting off. Turn these off. This is how I turn light bulbs off. I just smash them. I have a very expensive lighting budget because of this practice. But it's the only way to know they'll stay off. And this, and this, and this, and this. And 1, 2, 1, 6, 7. So that still works just fine. the smooth lighting trick. I don't know if I'd ever use it because it's kind of a one-trick pony, but it's good to know it still works. Assuming people have smooth lighting turned off, which is just look at those video settings in 1.83. Fancy render distance, let's just turn that up to 32 chunks. Max unlimited frame rates. Clouds, fancy, alternate blocks, particles, all this stuff. It's great stuff. Great stuff. So smooth lighting, there's really no reason to even come down here. Why is there a block in the way? What was that? I don't know. Couldn't see through it for some reason. So we have velocity here, and with velocity being the dropper puzzle and the teleportation system not working, that's definitely not gonna work. I'd just fall to my death. So velocity doesn't work. I don't think velocity ever worked. One thing I did want to test, what was it? Let's see, QR code. Let's test that one. Let's open this door. Well, we're gonna open 19, 20, 21, and 22. No, let's do 19, 20, and 21. Sounds like I've already got the code merger guy. That's not the right place. It's this top one. 19. Don't drop signs, that would be a bad idea. 20. Had a bit of a lock up there. Says 1H. That's interesting. And then it tries it. This was supposed to give me all of these maps, and it didn't do it. There's a lot better music in 1.832. Plays at a better frequency, keeps it much more interesting. I probably shouldn't have this at unlimited frames. Let's go ahead and turn that down. We'll turn it back down to 120 because that's how I like to roll. So, QR, and there's unlocked. Experience, YouTube. Here's our code merger. So I give them a piece of the code, He doesn't want to give me the other weight. So it actually is fixed. Also, not a second. No second thing. So this is working way too efficiently, really. Let's see, code merger. There you go, a piece of the code, another piece of the code, and it's not working. Merge code's not working. So I don't know if you can do that in 1.8, 1.8.3 or not. So we did smooth lighting. Let's do glitch before it drives me insane. Go Bob on peppercorn. Score. 9, 3. You also get the a picture of your face, your skin's face, now on T, A, and B. It looks a little different, but the thing still works. There we go. That'll fix that. Pixel perfect. I don't see any reason why this wouldn't work. Nope, works fine. It works even faster. Maybe the maps don't look as good, but we're still seeing the maps, so it's not like they're totally corrupted. Although the merge code map. So let's go unlock 22. Can I unlock any more? 22, 23, 24, and 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and let's just leave it at 29. As man, if I'd only played the code in creative mode the first time, would have been so fast. This will be a one long episode. We're making enough progress that it makes sense to do that versus trying to break it up into two. It would be some work, but it would definitely be doable to get this running in 1.83, and it would definitely actually run smoother in 1.83. It's just, do you want a creative mind like Jesperdian's to spend his time redoing something he's already done, or would you rather him create something new? I suppose if he has no good ideas, yeah, I could say, well, you could spend your free time doing this, redoing this and making it work better. So I don't think this would work because of the player detection. Anyways, but let's go back and trigger it. It's not working. It's not working anyways. Something was not triggered. Some scoreboard was not set. Probably this one right here. Let's see if we can get this. Okay, so that triggered all of that. What's going on there? So it will work. That's not incredibly surprising that that would work. It seems to have gone by a little fast though. Biomes, let's see. Mushroom Island, Swampland, and Ice Mountains. I think those were the ones. And then we're all in plains here. So that's just an MC edit thing. That works fine. This puzzle still works perfectly fine because there's no logic in it whatsoever. I wonder if this was an incredibly frustrating puzzle for him to create, or just he thought it would be real silly because there's just no redstone logic in it at all. This one works perfectly fine. Let's see. Quartz block, chiseled, default. So we have draw here. This is the improved. Come on, text, get off the screen. This is the improved. When you put a map on an item frame, you can see it from the edge, like it's been framed like a picture, but you don't see it from the front. This is actually a pretty good improvement. It looks a lot better that way. Everybody I think likes that. So we have deja vu, which gives us 2 particles, and then same old problem. The detection doesn't work. And it's not really that it just stopped working in 1.83. It really stopped working very fast after 1.64. So where's that stair? It's right here. Maybe the trick here is you run and you jump. Maybe the trick here is you don't run and jump. Let's see. Anywho, this will definitely. So you pull it once. Does that do anything to help you get up there? No. Pull it down, and that opens that. Does that do anything to help you get up here? No. And then we pull this. There. And that opens this. And And then you close that. This just gets you... Hey, that seemed like that actually teleported me. That's strange. That's really strange. That the teleporting is actually working on now. Maybe this is because I've actually activated retrospective. Let's see. I've got all these ones locked. And they're working now. Oh, nice. I wish we could have done... Let's see. I wish I could have really done this and accomplished it when I was playing the game. So we unlocked all of those that time. That works. Let's see. So that's one we skipped. We skipped 28. But the only reason I got retrospect to work is because I can fly. And having the ability to fly and make that jump is what is needed. Alright. We'll just fly over here. So the first thing to check is, will the cobblestone generator still make cobblestone? It starts off with no cobblestone. Can it make that bridge still? Looks like it is making the bridge. We don't have to check it. We don't have to push it all the way. Nothing will change. It will just run into this block and stop because of this guy who can't. Oh, look, here's all the paper we would have needed to make a map. Talk about irritating. So if you can make it to this point, it still teleports you. Shouldn't have any trouble teleporting you. The teleports are much smoother now. So you have this whole standard thing. Let's see. If I just knock off this first one, it's just gonna fall off the screen. If I knock off the second one, it just gets stuck. What is it getting stuck on? And that one just falls off the screen too. And that one just gets stuck again. And if we nudge this one, it just goes around forever. One compass, a workbench. I don't know if in adventure mode this would have really worked. I assume it would have. All logic points to that it would. But before I do that, I want to make a stack of empty maps just for my own personal use. And look how it's drawn now. It's drawn much differently because there's so many more colors in available for map making now than there was before. Let's see. Take this map and then we take some blank map maps around it. And then we make that bigger. And then we take some more blank maps around it. And we make that bigger. Either I'm making it bigger or I'm just wasting my time. Maybe I'm just wasting my time. I'm making copies of maps now. You can copy maps now. Let's see, piece of code, blank map, 2 pieces of code. Alright, let's try this. How you make maps bigger now. It's an interesting thought. How do you make maps bigger? If only I knew how to play Minecraft. Yeah, let's just get rid of this. What happens if I put a compass with an empty map? Nope. Okay, I'm willing to admit defeat on that one, since I have no clue how to make a bigger map. We didn't look at the droppers things. Don't think it's gonna matter. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. It would be a much smoother experience in the graphics department. Watch playing a dropper map in 1.83. Much more smoother. You haven't seen any glitches, and you won't see any of seems like you fall a little faster too. Won't see any glitches of seeing through areas. New cloud, new sky textures, it seems. Clouds are on, and we are high in the clouds, so it would be recommended to turn clouds off for the dropper. I think you intentionally positioned them there just so you had to turn them off. Make it difficult to see it. A little chuggy as we're working our way back into let's see which way we're going. Last, let's click this, set some time. Weapon. It didn't give me the weapon or anything. So here's a great example of what it looks like when you try to create a false barrier this way. These are just the top halves of iron doors. It's a block update thing, so that's strange. It's taking out all 3 of them. So no real problem there. Then you come over here, and I don't know what this is all about. There's no way to get out of this area. This is kind of, I guess this might be, it teleports us here while it clears up that allows those to despawn or what? I don't know. I don't know why there is a second copy of that battle area. And it puts us right back in this section, which I don't know why it would put us in that section. So let's go ahead and trigger the code generation. I don't want to trigger this yet. I want to trigger just unlocking the end as we're wrapping up here. So let's see, unlock this one, unlock 30, and unlock the end. And that's everything unlocked except for a couple of those, which I don't think matter. Let me in, by the hair on my chinny chin chin. As the big bad wolf once said. Actually, no, did not once said because it never existed. Alright, so we're at the end now. First things first. Hints, thanks for playing. We used one hint. The box is not there. Try the code to infinite. Watch while I'm walking down here. We are not loading, having any problem. Every single bit of it is already loaded. Not seeing through it. It's not disappearing. It's not reappearing. This is really where they made some major improvements in their rendering engine, as it were. Yeah, well, it's just a rendering engine. That's what it's called. Just all the way down this long hallway. This is definitely the experience just for the end wanted us to have, but we weren't able to get. Maybe in the pattern of this wall there is something trying to be said, but I don't believe it. So I really still am a big proponent of sticking a window right here and just letting people see the sky. And look how good the sky looks. Yeah, particularly being this high up with the clouds on. That is pretty good looking in 1.83. So that's the regular end. We walk all the way this direction. It looks really good in 1.83, but most of these puzzles did not work. Most of the detections did not work. Now, oddly, sometimes the teleports did work, and it was whether or not they were being triggered by the presence of a person using the spawners, which is the trick you don't use anymore because it doesn't work, versus whether you were teleported like in the last puzzle where you have to fight your way through. You would be teleported by clicking buttons or by killing a certain number of things. Summoning falling sand does not work. It doesn't allow you to glitch in items like it used to. But that's alright because now there is a much better and a command that's actually designed to do what you're trying to do versus using a workaround to do what you want to do. So this is the last code, 39562. That it looks to me like any code you put in will unlock any level at any time, but it might mess with the circuitry quite a lot if you did that. I don't see anything in this that is stopping them from progressing. And that's pretty good. So let's go in here. I would stop any code from being accepted until the first code happens. And here's where the chest should be, and it's just a falling sand entity. So, yep, that's not gonna work. Because 1.83 has the set block command, it would be trivial to make one of these command blocks that are triggered be put another put a hopper here. So I would have it so it was like this to start off with, and if this goes through and is correct, it puts a hopper here to go to the next one. If this is not correct and doesn't go through, I would have it I'd have it just sit there. And then what I would also have is a sensor like one of these. So if I was to do a little decoration here, let's see. I'd have one of these right here, and whenever that was full, I would have a command block right on top there to just replace it with an empty one. And we would just get rid of the wrong answers. And so that would be how I would handle it and stop any progress, any cheating of just going to the end and putting in the last code. But there's so much that you could have changed. You can change in 1.8.3. You can lock chests, you can lock doors with a code. So you could just have people make the code and then right click on the door, and the door would open when they're holding and right click on the door. So the whole testing part of the code's out the window, not needed anymore. So much other things. Let's just talk a little bit about circuitry. This looks probably like I could do better on the hint system. I could definitely, at least gameplay wise, do better on the hint system by having it just give you the answer after a number of tries. All this circuitry is not needed. What you can do instead is have this be a command block that sets a scoreboard to a certain thing. So it would be scoreboard, call it like doors, and when doors is greater than and lesser than two numbers, like greater than 5 and less than 7, well then you know it's 6 because it has to be an integer. You just put a command block somewhere here that says test for scoreboard equal to that. When it's there, send out a signal. So you don't need any of these connections. All you would need is a small clock for each running into each test for command for the scoreboard. So this whole section of circuitry, not necessary. You can go with glowstone, but if you want redstone lamps, you would still be using the switches on them, or you could try and MC edit them in. This timing circuits can be compressed. There are ways to do this in about what I think 4 by 2 blocks. So 8 blocks versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just for that row alone. All that can be done in 8 blocks. And it can be done a lot more efficiently and for a lot longer time. Doing something like this might still be the exact same way you do it. Yeah, I couldn't think of a way you would change that. For the binary blinking, I would put some circuitry into the slide puzzle. But man, I'm saying I would say about 80% of all the circuitry needs to be redone. It will be probably, I would guess, about 50% smaller. And then some of the architecture needs to be redone. Redo the numbers with some better architecture. Make this hallway shorter because there's no reason to do this. So just get rid of the hallway. It's silly. You'd have to rethink this. This would have to be a lot of test for commands. Doing something like this might actually take more in the new version. Yeah, I hate to come off as like I'm trying to make myself out like a authority, like I'm a better map maker than Just for the End. That is not the case at all. It is just so much has changed, so much has improved in 1.83. And yeah, if I was to rebuild this, or if Just for the End was to rebuild this, it would be so much smoother, so much better. But that's enough of that. I want to thank you for these sticking through these educational series. If you watched this and this episode and deconstructing the code, both of which were pretty dry. I fully admit that, and I hope you learned something. I feel like I've at least been reminded of some things and renewed of some things, and so that definitely helps. At least now I'm going to start focusing on playing the code too. I'm done with the code. Uh, I hope you enjoyed this. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me through fan funding, click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Any amount you can donate will be greatly appreciated. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Google Plus or friend me on Steam or battle.net, all that information is down below. Have a bunch of other shows, a bunch of other games. If this wasn't quite your bag or you just want to see some other things, click on my playlist. From my main YouTube channel, there is a link of playlist. I have a playlist for every game I've ever played. And there's a lot, and it's going to be a lot more. Thank you for watching. Please watch some other games. Have a good evening.